Hello everybody, it is BBKDRAGOON. Good morning. I'm sipping on some coffee here right before work. I wanted to record my Destiny 2 PC beta feedback video before I, got this day started. It was a lovely morning. And wow, Destiny 2 PC beta came and went super fast. I wish it would have been here a few more days, but what I can say is, starting with PvE, just wow. You can see here in the footage, it was truly surreal as somebody who's played Destiny 1 since the beta. All that time in the console going, this is a really pretty game, but I wonder what it would look like on the PC. To finally see that in action was unbelievable. It really is something else playing the Strike, and it has me extremely encouraged for the final launch of Destiny 2 on PC. I think this game is going to be massively successful on the PC. I believe you're going to see a lot of crossover from Overwatch, StarCraft, WoW, Hearthstone, Heroes, Diablo players coming into Destiny 2 and enjoying that PvE experience, because this really is a unique shooter, and I'm so surprised how many people I played with friends in this PC beta who had an interest in Destiny 1, just a little bit, but they're PC players. They're not going to go out and buy a console for the game. But them trying the beta, I heard nothing but really solid feedback. It really was cool listening to all these people who've never experienced Destiny before, like just to see it and ask very basic questions. So from the PvE perspective and the Strike perspective, nothing but confidence for the game. Nothing but confidence for the game. It really, I have zero negative feedback to offer on this space. For PvP, it obviously feels better, I think, on the PC. Maybe that's just because I'm starting to get really comfortable with mouse and keyboard. The last 7 weeks, I've tried my best to get the stuffing kicked out of me while grinding Titanfall 2 and Lawbreakers, two pretty intense PC shooters. On the PvP side, I don't really think that the peer-to-peer or the hybrid peer-to-peer system compromised the experience that much for me. The matches that I had actually were far better connection quality than what I experienced in the console beta. It doesn't mean I don't wish the dedicated servers were not there. I want them there. I really wish that was a decision they would have pulled the trigger on full force. But as it stands, the experience to me felt really solid. I like that they nerfed the Nightshade Pulse Rifle from the beta. And man, hand cannon PvP feels so good to be back around with. My first couple of feedback points for Bungie before we talk about the aim assist controversy. First of all, the default show real name setting shouldn't exist in this game. If you guys typed in chat and you hadn't gone into your game settings, it actually showed off your full real name to everybody. That's messed up. That should not be the default. That should not even be an option, in my opinion. Especially for content creators, that is a recipe for disaster. So I would like to see that setting just gone altogether. I can't believe that's what Bungie had set for the default. On that same line of thought, when you're squatting up, it shows off your battle tag, so your BNet name with the number that people use to add you. And even though I had that setting turned off, it still showed that number. I didn't mind it because the group of friends I was playing with were already buddies, but I really don't want that battle tag shown off everywhere, especially if I'm going to make videos and if I'm going to be streaming. I don't want to have to hide the chat 24/7. So just make sure that hide BNet tag thing actually works in the final release of the game. Dual keybinds should be in the game, not in the config file. I know it's great that you guys included a config file, and there's a lot more that you can do with that, but support dual binds in the actual menu itself. I'll have no problem going to the config file, but there's enough new PC players here that are not going to be diving in there and opening up Notepad to change some of those values. And then the great aim assist controversy. So Destiny 2 on PC, for some context, does have aim assist if you plug a controller in and play with the controller, just like the console version of the game. For those of you who don't know what aim assist is, it's a little bit of stickiness basically when your crosshair passes over an opponent that makes it a lot easier to aim on the controller. It isn't super egregious, it doesn't do much tracking for you, it just, as your crosshair passes over somebody, slows down as it basically gets kind of stuck on them, and then speeds up as you get further away from their hitbox, their aim assist hitbox. Now, why this is a big deal is, I think Overwatch had this problem too. Players would do an exploit where they'd hook up like a Zim 4, which is basically a converter that lets you use mouse and keyboard on the console, and they do that on the PC version, so they're basically using mouse and keyboard but getting the benefits of aim assist. this is controversial in the sense that, wow, doesn't that seem cheap? Won't the mouse and keyboard guy who has some aim assist be at an advantage? Isn't this similar to an aimbot? And no, it's not really similar to an aimbot. It might be an advantage for somebody who learns how to use it. It definitely could be that. But for the most part, if you become a strong mouse and keyboard player, my real opinion on this is you are going to outshoot the Zim player 9 times out of 10. If you're going to become somebody who's, I think anybody who's probably top 10% is going to outshoot one of these Zim players trying to do this aim assist benefit. The reason is the Zim is a converter. It is not one-to-one. If you guys have ever seen somebody use a Zim on the console, they basically have to turn their sensitivity all the way to max, and then they have to alter all these weird acceleration curves to try and get the mouse to sort of work more like a mouse, and even then you need a ton of desk space. I'm not saying that I don't think it offers an advantage on the console. I do. I've never been a big fan of people using Zims on the console. Sorry, I have nothing against it if you're doing it. I just think it's kind of BS. Like, I know they're hard. I know they're really, really hard to use, and it takes a long time to get good with them. I'm just not a fan. So when it comes to the PC, how is Bungie going to handle this? I don't know. I think aim assist, for at least the people who've decided to use controller on PC, is going to make the experience a lot better for PvE. No aim assist at all for controller feels kind of eh. And Bungie has the total secret sauce for making some of the best feeling controller FPS games ever. So I don't know if it should go away altogether. I don't actually think that. And this is a good conversation to have, so I'll leave it in your court. Let me know what you think about the whole aim assist controversy. Again, I'll just reiterate, I truly don't think this will be a problem. If you get decent with mouse and keyboard, you're going to outshoot most of these players a lot of the time. And the competitive scene already bans the Zim. So if somebody's actually playing honor rules and playing by the rules, you're not going to see the Zim coming into play at a more high-level stakes kind of place of play. Those are my impressions of the Destiny 2 PC beta. It was awesome. I think you can play on either platform and have a good time, but if you are in the market starting to look at pricing, building your own rig, yeah, it's a really nice experience on the PC. It went pretty much unanimously well from what I could tell for all my friends and content creator buddies. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs it up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one.